Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing my list of recommendations for your signature scent. It is definitely spring here in Miami and I like to change up my fragrances seasonally. So I went through my entire collection and I pulled out all of the fragrances that would be perfect for spring summer. This is going to be a part one because these are all luxury niche fragrances. I do plan to create a more affordable list at some point later on. When choosing a signature scent, I want something that gives me a boost of confidence. Like I know I smell good. Has to be versatile, of course, work in different scenarios, whether that's going shopping, a casual day at home, meeting friends, going to the office, whatever your lifestyle, maybe you're out for extended periods of time, you need it to transition really seamlessly from day to night. It has to be a fragrance that just always works and it's never inappropriate. You want something you're going to enjoy wearing. You're not going to get sick of it. You're going to love catching little whiffs of yourself throughout the day. But I also think it's smart with the signature scent to also take into consideration how other people might feel, kind of the mood, the overall vibe that the fragrance creates. Because if you keep wearing it and people are constantly smelling it on you over and over again, it will become part of their overall perception of you as a person. It's just like personal style. So think about what you want to put out there to the world. What message do you want to say about yourself? My first recommendation is Cassiopeia by Tiziana Terenzi. I think this would be an ideal signature scent. And for a long time, right after I purchased this fragrance, I was wearing it constantly because it just kind of sucks you in and it's very subtly addictive. It's a little fresh and fruity with a very creamy vanilla base, which I really like, but there's something that's very beautiful but effortless about this fragrance. I don't think it would ever be inappropriate, and it is so pretty that I could also see this as a bridal fragrance. Key notes include passion fruit, lemon, cassis, fern, carnation, lily of the valley, rosa tea, sandalwood, tonka bean, and musk. It's part of the Lunar collection, so it comes in this gorgeous white and gold bottle with the really unique cap. And I just read that it was named after a constellation, which I didn't know before. Heavenly. It's soft, it's a little bit sweet, fruity floral, but just so dreamy. It does smell a bit like a very luxurious shampoo, but so much better than that. Very elevated, it's elegant, incredibly feminine, and it's a very tropical fruitiness. So if you kind of imagine a fruit salad with shaved coconut on top, and then a very smooth, creamy, very delicious vanilla base. And that's really what's left lingering on your skin. This is a crowd pleaser. It's one of the prettiest fragrances I have ever smelled. I am so in love with Cassiopeia. I really struggle to imagine somebody disliking this fragrance because it's just soft and pretty. I would put this in the same family as a Chanso Tundra. Is it going to be everybody's favorite? No, of course not, but most people really like it. I'm calling it now. I see myself living in Cassiopeia this summer. So pretty. Next, I pulled out Delina Le Rosee by Parfums de Marly. This is Delina and Delina Exclusive's slightly more casual sister, still a very elevated fragrance, but Delina Le Rosee is just light, sparkling. It's very fresh and aquatic, almost clean right out of the shower. It has a lot more juicy fruit than the original Delina. I still think if you like the original Delina, you will probably really like Delina Le Rosee, but they're different. Two totally different fragrances. Keynotes include watery flowers, peony, rose, pear, lychee, bergamot, wood, white musk, and vetiver. If you love fruity florals, you will love Delina Le Rosee. It's just fresh, like a fresh fruit salad. Definitely pick up on the pear and a bouquet of wildflowers. It's so pretty. This would be perfect every single day. It's really not evening or special occasion. Not really a bridal fragrance, and I think Delina and Delina Exclusive check all of those other boxes. So this is kind of the perfect fragrance to round out the trifecta. Now you have a Delina interpretation for every life event. They really needed something that was more grab and go. Still has the mass appeal of Delina. It's not quite as powdery. You don't really get the femme fatale, sweet but spicy aspect of the original Delina. This is just sweet. You know how sometimes the bottle perfectly suits the fragrance? Not all the time, but sometimes I see a bottle and I smell the perfume and I just think, yep, they nailed it. That's how I feel about this transparent pink bottle, because it is slightly floral. It's not bold, it's not in your face, it's very transparent, and you can see the clear juice inside the bottle. And it's a very watery, aquatic fragrance. So if you like a very clean, fruity floral, like you're just biting into a juicy pear or a juicy piece of watermelon, this will be for you. The ultimate princess perfume is Elixir by Roja. I love this fragrance. As soon as I smelled it, it was love at first sniff, and I thought to myself, this is the perfect fragrance. If I could create a fragrance to wear every single day, it would smell identical to Elixir. So this just speaks to me on a whole different level. I kind of think if you want something that makes every single day feel special, that elevates any outfit, any occasion, that will make you just feel your best when you're leaving the house, that is Elixir. It's sweet, fruity, warm. Keynotes include lily of the valley, geranium, rose de may, jasmine, ylang-ylang, heliotrope, violet, raspberry, peach, violet leaves, cinnamon, cedarwood, sandalwood, vanilla, ambrette, and musk. I really couldn't put my finger on one particular note that made me fall in love with this fragrance, but I think it's the combination of the raspberry and the peach that really sets it apart. Because there are plenty of fruity florals out there, but they all kind of smell the same. Elixir is so different. It's perfection. It's a little bit sweet, but not sickeningly sweet. Slightly powdery. It just smells incredibly luxurious. This is princess perfume. It has a touch of whimsy, probably because it has so much going on. It's a little bit exotic, unknown. So it keeps it really fun and interesting, which is why it's not the queen fragrance, it's the princess perfume. I can just picture somebody very spoiled, somebody who gets everything they want wears this fragrance. You are a spoiled princess, heir to the estate, trust fund baby, you name it. That's what comes to mind. I never watched Gossip Girl, but I kind of get the gist just from seeing pop culture references. I would imagine that the main characters from Gossip Girl would wear this fragrance. It's exactly what comes to mind when I think of a confidence-boosting fragrance. When I wear Elixir, I just know I smell good. Another fun and flirty signature scent choice would be Dama Bianca from Xerjoff. I love this fragrance. In fact, it's going to be my scent of the day because I think it matches my outfit. My bright yellow dress. And it's been a while since I've worn this fragrance. Oh, but it is so nice. I cannot wait to get more use out of this year. I believe this was a new addition to my collection last year, and I don't feel like I gave it its proper shot. Keynotes include lime, kumquat, Egyptian jasmine, lily of the valley, violet, lilac, Italian iris, sandalwood, cedar, vanilla, ambrette, white musk, and malt. It's juicy, it's tropical. Doesn't have that creamy coconut vanilla dry down like Cassiopeia, but same family. I would wear them for the same occasion. There's a quirkiness to Dama Bianca that is hard to put your finger on, and I think it's from the lime and the kumquat in the top notes because it's got a little zing. It's so unexpected. But once that little zing, that energizing burst of citrus starts to dissipate, the fragrance that's left, the dry down, is elegant and gorgeous. It's very hearty. It's not sharp at all. It's not too sweet, but it's incredibly feminine. When I think of the Dama Bianca woman, the woman who would wear and appreciate this fragrance, I cannot help but think of a runaway bride type. Somebody who's spontaneous, she loves adventure, you never really know what she's going to do next. This is main character energy in a bottle, definitely. My next choice is Eau Jaune Intense from Fragrance du Bois. This is another very luscious, tropical, fruity floral fragrance. Same category as Cassiopeia, Dama Bianca. Elixir. They're all sort of similar in that they would work for the same occasion, and that is anytime. That's why these make such great signature scents, and they're so perfect for spring, summer. They're going to lift your mood and add a little warmth and deliciousness as you're getting ready to start your day. What more can you ask for from a signature scent? And that's really the power of fragrance. Keynotes include Tahitian gardenia, ylang ylang, pineapple, jasmine, orange blossom, oud, vanilla, and musk. Now that I think of it, this fragrance probably would have matched the outfit a little bit better because jaune, I'm wearing yellow. That's okay, next time. Oh, it's like a pina colada. A very elegant, fruity pina colada. It smells like paradise. This fragrance will instantly transport you to vacation. It's kind of relaxing. It's not quirky, and it's not as flirty as Dama Bianca or Cassiopeia. It's a bit more serious, more grounded. So I think it would be perfect for a working professional, somebody who's still going to the office. Maybe a working mom if you're dropping kids off at school and then running to work. You wear many hats and you need a fragrance that works in multiple scenarios. I think Oud Jaune Intense is perfect. And out of all of the fragrances we've talked about so far, I think Oud Jaune Intense has the best performance. Anytime I've worn this fragrance, it lasts such a long time, especially in my hair. But if I'm kind of testing fragrances or comparing them on my arm, my wrist, my hands, this will be the fragrance that dominates the rest, and it's the only thing I can smell hours later. I am so excited about this next pick because I cannot wait to wear this. Finally, Gardenia by Chanel. For the longest time, I only had this in the True Parfum concentration, the really tiny bottle that doesn't have a spray nozzle. It was my wedding day fragrance, and I just always wanted to save it. I never wanted it to become too casual or too everyday. Finally, I picked up the Eau de Parfum version, so I have a fragrance that I can wear every single day because I truly love the perfume. It's one that I would wear if I could wear it, and now I can. Gardenia is truly one of the most beautiful floral fragrances I think ever to be created. It's so clean, soft, and very simple. If you like the smell of gardenia, you will love this. No question, because really that's what you pick up, gardenia, and that's it. It's a little bit sweet, a little creamy. According to Chanel.com, it was composed by Coco Chanel and Ernest Beau, the first director of Chanel fragrance, in 1925. I have read that it has gone through some changes since then. I don't think this is the original fragrance from 1925. Still kind of cool to think about. This fresh and sensual nectar features a mimosa and gardenia accord. Those are the only notes listed, but really it just smells like a fresh bouquet. Picked straight from the garden. It's a little bit green and crisp. If you love floral fragrances, gardenia would be perfect for you. And it's so elegant. It's very elevated, very sophisticated. Gardenia is for somebody, I'm biased obviously, but I would say gardenia is for somebody who has really great taste, maybe more minimal style. Similar to beige, I just picture a very chic woman. Beige and gardenia, because they're two of the exclusive fragrances, you have to be a little bit more well-versed with Chanel and the world of Chanel to even know they exist. So if you're wearing gardenia or you're wearing beige, you're kind of in the know. So I just imagine you have great taste, great style, you always look put together head to toe. Maybe not always, but when you're out and about. And gardenia, it's not too serious, it's not stuffy. It's not a snobby fragrance. It's very welcoming. It's very warm and uplifting, which is why I think it is so perfect every single day. Never inappropriate. Could be worn to the office, could be worn anytime. I also think this could be a really nice first date fragrance or a meeting the parents fragrance. Anytime that you want to make a great first impression, maybe a job interview. Gardenia by Chanel puts iconic gardenia from KKW Beauty to shame. Just no comparison. I know there are other gardenia fragrances out there. There are plenty of more affordable, less expensive gardenia fragrances, but they will not compare to this gardenia. This is next level, and you can tell whenever you're smelling them. There's nothing artificial or synthetic. It's not a candy sweetness. It truly smells like the actual flower straight from nature. Whatever they did in 1925 to create this fragrance, they perfected it. If you're someone who really appreciates a lighter fragrance, maybe you have more of a minimal everyday perfume style, you don't need the princess vibes or the main character perfume, you just want to smell really good, but kind of leave a very subtle trail, almost undetected, then Commodity Gold, the personal interpretation, would be perfect for you. This is great for vanilla lovers who want something that's soft. It has vanilla, sandalwood, amber, made ethereal with ISO E Super. The delicate vanilla-based fragrance catches the skin with a soft, barely there glimmer. I also really like the expressive version. I have both. I didn't think I was going to like this at first because I thought, why would I want something even lighter than a fragrance that I love? Going bolder is not always better. It has such a light, soft, almost a whipped souffle creaminess. It's vanilla, but it's not dark and moody. It's not baked goods. It's so airy and fresh. So this is more of a body splash. Spritz it with abandon. As soon as you get out of the shower, you could spritz it all over your clothes, your work bag, whatever it is that you're bringing with you, and then you just go. I always give so much love to Rose Prick and Lost Cherry, but when the weather warms up, another great Tom Ford fragrance that I love to wear is Soleil Blanc. And I almost forget about it. I think probably because I purchased the little travel spray. Instantly makes me think of the beach, vacation. Keynotes include coco de mer, ylang ylang, cardamom, pistachio. It's described as an addictive, solar, floral amber fragrance. Now this to me is very ladies who lunch. It's such a relaxing fragrance that I just can't imagine you would have somewhere you need to be whenever you wear this on a daily basis. But I know plenty of people who love this as their signature scent. And I don't blame them. Kind of alleviates the stress of the day-to-day. Smells a bit like the most expensive, luxurious bottle of suntan lotion known to man. Almost has a saltiness to it, like the salt in your sweat, like a sea salt by the ocean. Not really sweet or edible or creamy coconut or vanilla. And yet it still smells tropical and like paradise. I think because it's not too extreme in any of those categories, it's just kind of nice, middle of the road, always really pretty. If Soleil Blanc is your everyday signature scent, I just imagine you are incredibly chic. This is one of my all-time favorite fragrances, Creed Aventus for her. I think this would be an incredible signature scent. It's so citrusy and spicy. I think it's kind of perfect for summertime. Keynotes include Egyptian green apple, pink berries, Indonesian patchouli, Italian bergamot, Bulgarian and Turkish rose, Indian sandalwood, styrax musk, sweet peach, cassis, lilac, amber, and ylang ylang. It's been a while since I've worn Aventus for her, and for the longest time I wore this constantly, and it was just one of my favorites, always in the rotation, and I think I just kept adding more fragrances to my collection, and so it started to get pushed back a little bit. But it really is an incredible perfume. It has that wow, yum. And it's one of the most complimented fragrances in my collection. I think because it has a lot of projection, a lot of lasting power, at least on me. It's not as feminine as some of the other fragrances on the list. I did my best to give you some variety. So if you're not looking for a princess perfume, if you really don't like anything that's too sweet, you just want to smell kind of fresh and nice on a daily basis, try Aventus for her. Kind of gives you that clean, out of the shower, eau de cologne type of feel. I love it so much. So many really interesting notes in here, but it's not overly fruity or floral. I don't really pick up on the sweet peach. I definitely get the apple and the bergamot, that burst, that juiciness right away. The musk, sandalwood, definitely. I don't really pick up on the amber either. But there is kind of a light freshness to the fragrance. This will give you that boost of confidence. I think Aventus for her is a powerhouse perfume. I could see a CEO wearing this, somebody who's leading the meeting. I can tell my tastes in fragrances have changed so much since I was first introduced to this perfume. Because as much as I love it, I don't feel quite the same way about it. I think at the time it was very new and exciting and very different for my collection. And now I've kind of gone in a very different direction. I typically lean to sweeter, fruitier, floral, very extremely feminine fragrances. And Aventus for her is still a standout now, but in a different way. And my very last luxury signature scent recommendation would be Sublime Vanille from Creed. This is for those of you who have planted a money tree in your backyard. I know this is probably a ridiculous pick. When I think of an everyday fragrance, I kind of think of something not too serious. You grab and go, spray all over the place, get out the door, you head to Target, nothing special. But Sublime Vanille is just an incredible fragrance, and it's elevated, would be great for a special occasion, but I think it's kind of special every single day. I can just imagine the woman who wears this as her signature scent. I think this would be an incredible signature scent. I love this fragrance so much, and I find myself saving it for those special occasions, and it's so silly. And I've made it a point to stop doing that, especially when it comes to beauty products, and I really need to do the same thing with fragrances, because is it expensive? Yes. But would it be an absolute crime to let it go to waste and not use the fragrance? Also, yes. So I really do need to find more uses for this fragrance, and how many special occasions and date nights and elevated events do we truly have each year? Maybe you do. I don't have very many, so I need to start wearing this every single day, and it's light. It's like the most dreamy, whipped, orangesicle vanilla fragrance that I have ever smelled. I sprayed this earlier, and I was just reminded how great it is. The top notes are vanilla and tonka bean. Middle notes are white bergamot and lemon, gives it that zestiness. And then the base notes include bergamot and Tonkin musk. Easily one of the prettiest vanilla fragrances I have ever smelled. Definitely one of the best in my collection. It's light and airy. Almost like a vanilla souffle or a really light whipped meringue. Like a slightly citrusy vanilla meringue. You have bergamot in the base. It's not woody. It's not moody. There's nothing to really ground this fragrance. It just smells like a dream. It's very whimsical, ethereal. It smells like an incredibly refined dessert. Something really special, like those really fancy, expensive candies that you see at an artisanal candy store. That is that smell. When you walk in and you just get that burst of lemon and vanilla and sugar. And it's slightly powdery. It smells very expensive, very luxurious. It smells the way I want to smell on a daily basis. If I could wake up smelling like this is how I would want to wake up and smell. Not too heavy, not offensive, appropriate for all occasions. Kind of checks all of the boxes of a signature scent, except for the price. The price hurts a little bit, but if you're going to spend hundreds of dollars on a luxury niche fragrance, please do not waste it. Do not let that beautiful fragrance go to waste. Wear it every single day. Don't wait for the weekend. Don't wait for date night or for something special. Even if you're just working from home or running errands, if it is just for you and nothing else, you are special enough. You are the special occasion to be able to wear your favorite fragrances. Don't save them. And that completes my list of recommendations. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, questions down below. I am curious to know, what are you currently wearing? What is your signature scent? And if you have any recommendations for spring, summer fragrances, drop them down below. We will keep the conversation going there. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned. Everything on my face will be listed down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.